Your concert station, Uvalde Radio.
Come on down to Texas, head straight for the middle, with those sweet rolling hills that lead you right down to the river. We got ways of making music, we all just love to play. We get everybody dancing in our own kind of way, doing that hill country boogaloo, doing that hill country boogaloo. A certain kind of shimmy, a certain kind of shaking the way we move, doing that hill country boogaloo. Well, you gotta have yourself a Lone Star beer with those greasy enchiladas. You gotta want some barbecue with your John T. Flores tamales. Float down the Guadalupe on a lazy summer day. Cruise on over to Greenhall, baby, we'll dance the night away, doing that hill country boogaloo, doing that hill country boogaloo. We got a certain kind of shimmy, a certain kind of shaking the way we move, and that hill country boogaloo. Up in the air, move your feet to the beat, shake it like nobody's watching, baby, to set your spirit free, doing that hill country boogaloo, doing that hill country boogaloo. We got a certain kind of shimmy, a certain kind of shaking the way we move, that hill country boogaloo. We got a certain kind of shimmy, a certain kind of shaking the way we move, doing that hill country boogaloo.
Uvalde Radio, Ronald Miguel here with you, and man, this is really exciting. First time I've got to talk to this man, and this guy has seen some things, done some things, got some hot new records on the radio right now, playing live this Saturday at House Pasture in Concan. Please welcome Mr. Stoney LaRue. Howdy. How you doing, man?
Hello. Doing well. How are you guys doing?
We are great over here in Uvalde County. You're going to be here in our neck of the woods Saturday evening for a big show. Now, where are you checking in from right now?
Oklahoma City, Oklahoma.
All right. Now you were what, as I understand, Texas-born, Oklahoma-raised. So give me your history as far as where you are geographically and where you're stationed out of now.
Okay. Well, I was born just outside of Corpus Christi in a little town called Taft. Lived in the Rio Grande Valley for a while. Lived in Pasadena for a while. New Braunfels for a while. Lived in Stillwater, Oklahoma, and about half and half. Texas, Oklahoma, half and half.
Mm-hmm.
So I live in OKC now, but obviously I-35 seems to be my home.
All those parts of Texas, which part's your favorite? I know it's kind of hard to pick, right?
Oh yeah, man, it truly is like a whole nother country. I mean, I just love the road. I love being on it, and I love everything that it has to offer.
Well, man, we're excited because you're going to be back in our neck of the woods, like I said, Saturday night, House Pasture, Concan. Now, you played out here before at this venue, right?
Quite a few years now I've been out there, and it's one of my favorites for sure. right on the Frio.
So what do you do when you come down to Uvalde County? Do you get out there doing some tubing on the water? Do you have like, I guess, any kind of regimen or like special places you visit when you're down here?
Through the years, I've done quite a few different things, from keeping my feet in the water to taking my first helicopter ride to playing a few rounds of golf to going and working out. It just kind of depends on what the day says to me, really.
Mm-hmm. How much time do you have to spend here? Are you going to kind of get in and get out pretty quick? Are you kind of a full throttle on tour again, or are you going to kind of relax for a little bit?
Well, I'm going to do it, obviously from, my not only my personal guidelines, but, some health organization guidelines, and try to, just because it's out of sight doesn't mean that it's not a real pandemic still happening.
Sure.
So what we're going to do is we're going to try to ease into it and try to keep everybody on the bus safe, try to keep everybody at the crowd safe, and have a good time while doing so.
Well, Harper and Candace over there at House Pasture have been taking some great precautions, so I think you're going to be nice and safe down here. So I guess let's talk about the tour. Obviously, I don't know what your itinerary was before, pre-pandemic, but did it slow you down? And what have you been doing, I guess, in lieu of getting out on the road?
It went from 180 to 200 days a year to 0 days a year. So it really it's affected everybody, I'm sure. It's affected musicians and anybody that travels. But as far as supplementing anything, I've been doing Monday night Facebook Lives, and I've kind of backed off that a little bit now that we are actually adding shows to the calendar.
Now, did you find yourself, now I'm not sure about your status, but did you have to hang around the house doing some honeydews? I mean, were you taking care of the crib? I mean, obviously 2 months off, essentially, or did you find yourself just diving into the music, songwriting, and collaborating and that kind of thing?
It was, I hadn't had a vacation in 22 years, and so it seemed like a good time to actually, kind of make the best out of a weird situation. So I tried to relax. I did some cooking, some soul searching, obviously wrote some stuff down on paper. And again, the Monday night live things, I've done a couple of private gigs, but, trying to maintain sanity while at the same time enjoying whatever this is, making the best out of a weird situation.
Well, again, we're talking to Stoney LaRue. His show is Saturday night, House Pasture Cattle Company in Concan. If you're listening, you can buy your tickets now at housepasture.com. There's a kind of a more limited number of tickets available because we're trying to do that whole social distancing thing. So get those tickets. They will go quickly. Again, housepasture.com. Now, your latest record, it's called Onward, and you've just released a new single, a duet with Tanya Tucker. And let's go ahead and talk about the record, and then we'll get into the new single and see what that's about.
Awesome. Yeah, this is a collaboration with one of my good friends, Mr. Gary Nicholson, who is you look him up.
Uh-huh.
But he just wrote Ringo Starr's new record, all the lyrics to that. But he was my poetic muse on this one, and it's been done now for about a year. Mm-hmm. But we're anxious to get all these singles out. We thank you guys for spinning the new single, Meet in the Middle, that I did with Tanya there in Nashville.
So, man, Tanya, I mean, she put a new solo record out this last year that's got, she's got a couple of cool collaborations there. And I think she just got nominated for a ton of, like, American Americana awards. I mean, that lady's going to be, she's a big deal again, a big comeback, I guess you could call that. What was it like working with her?
Well, I mean, it's awesome. Shooter Jennings did her record, I believe.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, I've known Shooter for a lot of years, too. And so it's kind of really cool to see that music, that style, I mean, good old country music with a good old country backbone actually have a resurgence.
Now, as far as the Onward record, what are you going to still ride it out for a while? I mean, we've kind of had a big pause in 2020. I mean, it's a great album all the way through, so you probably got it's probably pretty deep. For singles, probably has some legs, or are you going to get right back to writing and recording here pretty soon?
Well, it just kind of depends, man. I'm never in a hurry really to do anything. I mean, I just want to make that dash between birth and death actually mean something. So I'm not in a hurry to make product. I play it whenever it comes to me.
Well, right on, man. Okay, well, let's talk about the live show, man. Again, Saturday night, House Pasture, Concan. For those who've never been to a Stoney LaRue concert, tell me, man, what can we expect? And, give me some details about the band, the live set, the energy, whatever it is you want to brag about.
Over the years, I've been thankful to have, Texas is one of my big places that really takes care of my family and I. from east to west, north to south in the entire state, not only the United States and parts of Europe, but Texas mainly. So, I mean, they grasped on in 22 years and determined that my music is Texas music. And so that's what you're going to be hearing. You're going to be hearing about 22 years of that.
And tell me this, how has it been? First of all, I guess, how many shows have you done since we've kind of been easing back, into, I guess, phases of shows? And what was that like getting back on the stage for the first time after the big break?
This will be my first full band show.
Wow, okay.
Since COVID.
So tell me this, I mean, have you guys had a chance to rehearse, or are you just going to, kind of knock off the rust, or what's the game plan?
Oh, I don't think anything's rusty. Those boys play.
Right on, very good. Well, tell me about the band, man. I mean, how long have you been, you generally have like hired guns, or you got a good core of guys that have been with you for a while, or how does that work?
I've had this ensemble now. The drummer we added recently in the past year, but we've had this ensemble now, band and crew, for a good 3-4 years now. And the band itself, on the road, we're very cohesive, the band and crew, but the band itself on stage, we've really kind of honed into a pretty magical experience, and I think that people would agree whenever they listen to it.
Well, man, we're excited to see you again live this Saturday at House Pasture in Concan. Stoney LaRue in concert. Get your tickets at housepasture.com. And let's go ahead and get into that new single and let you get on your way, man. Again, the new record's called Onward, and the new track is Meet in the Middle featuring Tanya Tucker. You want to give us a quick little intro on this, and we'll get you going?
Absolutely. A little Meet in the Middle right here with Tanya Tucker, an all-star.
Right on. That's Stoney LaRue right here on Uvalde Radio. Thank you, sir.
Gracias, amigo.
We've both been around a few times, both made our mistakes. Now we know our tomorrow is what you give and not what you take. We got to meet in the middle if we're gonna go all the way.
Honey, I know you wonder if this is going anywhere. If we're trying to find good loving, honey, we're already there. When we meet in the middle, we're gonna go all the way.
You just wanna go your way,
I keep trying to go mine.
we got to get past this push and pull.
We're wasting precious time.
We got to meet in the middle if we're gonna go all the way. Hey, hey. All we can do is do our part and try to get along.
Right here in each other's arms is right where we belong.
We got to meet in the middle if we're gonna go